If you are an athlete and you are struggling to find your purpose beyond your sport, or if you want to integrate God into your life and discover purpose, if you're lost and need encouragement, then this podcast is for you. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Painted Lines. I am your host, Keith Datu. I'm here to share my personal experiences, stories, sometimes bring guests on. I am here to help you. All right, so today I just want to share my experiences being an overseas athlete. And I think many people can relate to this. I have a lot of friends who are also playing professional basketball overseas. Not currently, but I have friends who have played in Israel, Australia, Canada, who've been to Mexico, Georgia, literally all over the world. And it's really comforting to know that there's a common theme among all of us, and positive and negative, right? But how can we turn our negative feelings into positive ones? Or how can we channel our negative energy and grow from that and become better spiritually, better mentally, and better physically? You know, we can channel all those emotions and use it as a way to develop our performance in the weight room, in the gym, however that may be. You know, speaking with my friends, I think the first common theme, being an overseas athlete, moving away from home, is loneliness. You know, when you travel to a new place, right? Eventually that new place, when you're there long enough, it becomes home. But when you get there, it does feel lonely. You left your family, you left your friends at home. In a lot of cases, including myself, I left my girlfriend at home. So now I'm even harboring a long distance relationship while trying to perform and be the best athlete that I can be as well. You know, you're going to leave your family at home, your family and friends. I've talked with a few of my friends and we talk about how we stay in touch with people back home. You know, we realize those people who want to stay in touch with you will stay in touch with you. So it sucks that, you know, sometimes we have to lose our phone numbers, but the real ones are going to stick around. We have other ways to communicate, right? There's always Messenger or WhatsApp, Instagram, whatever you use. But the loneliness is real. Before you develop your chemistry with your teammates or find friends, in some cases a host family. I've been in the Philippines for over a year now, and it definitely feels more like home now that I've developed more relationships with families, with friends, and new teammates. And I think it's crucial to your mental health. It's one thing to have an amazing career, but sometimes it's hard to enjoy it when you're doing it by yourself. The number one thing that keeps me sane sometimes is definitely hanging out with friends, meeting new people. When you're invited places, definitely go. There's times where you are dead tired after practice or even a game. When you're here alone by yourself, I highly suggest you make yourself go to those things, to those events, to those dinners, and meet new people, because you never know, one, where that's going to take you, two, who you're going to meet, and three, the experience and knowledge you're going to gain from it. I'm very blessed to have met the people that I've met while I'm here. I only have positive things to say about the locals in this country, the people who have taken me in and made me feel like their own. Don't get me wrong though, you know, you definitely have moments where you are homesick. You miss your people back home. You miss the community. Sometimes it's the hometown you grew up in. Sometimes it's just the city you were living in before you left. And all the people who are engulfed within that, right? Your old coworkers or friends, your family. I know I touch upon this like in my vlog episodes, and I speak about her occasionally here, but you know, something that's also really difficult is managing a long distance relationship. But when you and your partner have a goal, I honestly say it's worth a shot. I think it's also a great time for both of you to individually grow and strive and make sure that you guys are ready to be with each other when you are done working with your career, or in that short amount of time, whatever your experience may be. It's a great time for us to work on ourselves individually. So when we finally make plans to be together, we are stronger than ever. So often there's many days where it feels like I have an abundance of free time. A lot of athletes in the league that I'm in have families and They are involved in their community. Everyone's journey is a little different here. There's days where I'm sure you want to relax and enjoy your time off, right? Treat yourself, do something fun, play video games, whatever that is. I think those are great things that, in a way it is kind of self-care, right? You also live to enjoy the things that you want to enjoy. By all means, indulge yourself. First and foremost, I think that as an athlete with a lot of free time, you should absolutely be career driven. So that means taking care of you, taking care of your body. You go to practice in the morning or afternoon, whatever time that is. If you already know you're going to have extra time during the day, get to practice early. Stay practice later. Do extra work. Work out on the side. Look, I left everything behind. I sold my car. I quit my job. I left my family and my girlfriend back home. I'm 100% committed to this opportunity in front of me right now. I would be doing myself a disservice if I did not put my all into this. So when you make a decision, you can't half-ass the decision. If I half-assed going to the draft, playing basketball, didn't work out, didn't take care of my body, then what am I doing this for? It's not worth the investment. It's not worth the sacrifices that I've had to make to get here. And I cannot stress that enough. Your career, your athletic career should come first, especially with all of those circumstances and all those scenarios that go into that. All right, so the second thing that is my main priority is learning a new skill. With learning a new skill comes side hustle opportunities, extra income, networking. You are not going to be an athlete forever, right? You may have a very long career. You may stay in the sport and coach or train, but you're not going to be the athlete. You are not going to be the peak performing athlete that you are right now forever. So that's why I think number 2, learning a new skill is absolutely the second most important thing in your career, in your athletic career journey, at least for me. When you learn a new skill, right, you can outsource that. You can side hustle. Even me talking on this show right now, this is learning a new skill for me. I'm learning video editing. I'm learning speaking. I'm learning self-reflection, self-awareness. I'm learning how to give value to you. I'm learning how to not only give myself purpose, but perhaps help you find your purpose. And that is the overall goal for me anyways. And that would bring me so much joy if that was the case. But learn a new skill. All right, the next thing, you're in a foreign country. I'm in a foreign country. I've only been here just over a year. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here. But go, explore, take trips. Like I know I have a schedule, basketball, workouts, strength conditioning, those occasional weeks or holidays you have off. Go see things you haven't seen before. I live in Metro Manila, and most of my life and career is going to be in Manila. But I want to vacation. I want to see all of the islands that all these Instagram reels are raving about. But sometimes after practice on some days, I will go venture. I will walk around. I will find a new place to shop, or I'll try a different grocery store. There's a Starbucks that I go to downstairs across the street, and every time I walk in there, they already know what I'm going to order. So go explore, go meet new people, make friends outside of your basketball community or your athletic community. Make friends outside of your sport as well. Definitely want to build chemistry and relationships within your field, but I highly recommend making friends outside of your athletic circle. Another thing is, on my free time, you don't want to burn yourself out with 1, your career, 2, learning new skills. There's days where you don't have the time or energy to go out and explore, meet new friends. Pick up a hobby. For me, I've grown up with music my entire life. I've taken piano lessons for 7, 8 years. Picked up the guitar. I even played saxophone in a band when I was younger. I know, right? Fun facts that you didn't know about me. Pick up a new hobby. Don't forget to do the things that you love doing. So if it's video games, it's video games. If it's producing music, it's producing music. It's playing the piano. Don't lose track of yourself. You want to keep your identity. You are not just a basketball player or whatever sport you're playing. You are so much more. You have so much more to give and offer. So the last thing that I want to share in this episode are your goals as an athlete, whether you're a local athlete or whether you're stationed overseas right now. I think the first question, I think there's a lot of first questions you could ask yourself, but I think the first question for me is, do I love the game? Do I want to play this game? What are the reasons I want to continue to play this game? Do you love your sport? Why do you want to play? When I look back and reflect on the reasons why I decided to pick up basketball again, I quit basketball for 4 years. I hung it up for about 3 years. After knee surgery, COVID happened. And then I decided to work an actual job for 2 years in Los Angeles. It's funny, the first time I had the call post knee surgery, I think this was 2021 or the very beginning of 2022. I had an agent call me and I turned it down. I said, no, I'm done playing basketball. And I was working. I loved my job. I was working as a personal trainer in Beverly Hills. I actually loved that job. But I decided that I felt it in my gut that I would live with the most regret if I didn't try this opportunity. I felt it in my heart. I felt God telling me to go. I prayed about it for months and I knew 100% that I had to make it happen. Obviously, I'm so grateful that I did. But the first question you need to ask yourself is, why are you doing this? Why are you going to make the sacrifices that you're making? I say sacrifices. Maybe you don't call them sacrifices. Maybe you only call it an opportunity. Another chapter of your life that you can write an amazing story about. Okay, so another goal-oriented question is, how long do you want to play? What's the longevity that you're thinking about when you are an overseas athlete? That also goes into what I talked about earlier, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind. All of those things definitely help you answer, how long do you want to play, right? You got to take care of your injuries, take care of your mental health. All of these things are dramatically important. Like some people, when they go and they settle into a new place, they stay there. They meet someone, they start a family. You got to think if that's something you want to do too. Or do you want to enjoy your time, continue to travel more, and then head home afterwards? Look, I don't know what the future holds, but if I were to go home, if you were to retire from your sport, when you go home, what are you going to do? When I speak about goals, that's why for me it's so important to also have other skills and also have another identity outside of being an athlete as well. I want you to consider if your sport is something you want to continue when you're personally done playing. Do you want to stay in the field of basketball, whether that's coaching or training or recruiting? You don't have to have all the answers right now. I definitely don't have the answers right now. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still discovering my overall purpose. I don't know if anyone knows their overall purpose, but I know my purpose right now. And my purpose right now is to fulfill this hoop dream, is to give my all into the sport, is to not leave anything left in the tank. Literally say that I gave it 100%. Because if you're not going to give it 100%, I don't think that you should go sacrifice. We talk about wins and losses. To gain anything in your life, you have to sacrifice. And if you're not going to give 100% into the career path that you've chosen, I signed a 3-year contract. My first rookie contract, I signed a 3-year contract. I am 100% devoted and committed to staying here and being the absolute best athlete that I can be. What does your journey look like? I'd love to hear about it. Please share in the comments, feelings that you've had about being an athlete or questions that you have for other athletes. You can also find me on IG. You can ask me questions there, and I will definitely message you back. I'm here to share my experiences. I'm here to be an open book and be honest and genuine about my feelings towards where I'm at in life and where I want to be in life. And I don't think there are right and wrong answers. You can always push yourself. You can always be better. Continue to work hard and put your all into whatever you think your purpose is right now. Focus on your plan A. If you're so focused on plan B, you're not focused on plan A. So until next time, I am Keith Datu, and you're watching Beyond the Painted Lines.